Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. So today let's discuss about human resource management in Odoo14. So Odoo has a totally integrated software that is best suited to perform different tasks of human resource work. So it helps to complete different processes from the recruitment of an employee to generation of payslip. So human resource management is a management of all employees along with their recruitments and payment. So Odoo ensures comprehensive support to complete all these tasks in a quick way. So when you just go to App Store and when you search for HR, here just search in apps for HR. So you can find the related modules. So you can see some modules like such as expenses, managing employee expenses, managing time off or leave request of employees, then recruiting employees, then managing employee and their information, then appraisal, employee referral, tracking employee attendance, skills management, payroll, then managing online hiring process, that is online job, then employee contract. So this employee contract is integrated with most of these modules. That is for generating payslip, creating after creating employee. Okay, so install these modules because these functionalities, that is, these functionalities must work together for proper working of a business environment or an office. So first let's start with a recruitment module, which is used to recruit new employees for a company to a company. So just open that recruitment and here we can see the job positions created. So you can see many job positions like experienced developer, consultant, human resource manager, trainee. So you can see different job positions and you can see few details like the number of applications, new applications, number of applicants to that is to recruit. Then we can just enable job description so we can see that it will be published. Okay, let me click on this. You can see this published. And if you haven't started the recruitment for a particular job position, you can just click on start recruitment to start recruiting. And here we can see three dots. Here it is possible to change color of this job position and we can mark if the recruitment is closed, you can mark recruitment as done. And it is also possible to edit job position from here. Okay, so you can see the job position, description, recruitment details, then appraisal templates can be viewed, then the number of applications, documents related to job position, and we can also post this job position on website. Okay, then we can see my job positions. So this is okay. Then we can see all applications created for job position. We can move that job application from one stage to other stage. That is, you can see we know in a recruiting process there are different stages. The applicant have to pass first interview, then second interview, then contract proposal. That is, we have to propose contract and he can sign the contract if he agrees with the policies of the company and if he's ready to work with the company. Okay. Then here we can find, okay, we have seen that we can configure job position for the company. And so you can see the department under which job position is created, website in which it is posted, then the current number of employees in that position, expected new employees, total forecast employees, hired employees, then the status of that job position and company. And we can create refuse reason. So it is so easy that if you refuse an employee, we can just use this reason and provide there. And we can configure departments, then we can create activity types like email, call, and we can make use of this activity type to schedule or plan activities. And here we can find the reporting where we can find recruitment analysis. So for this we have dashboard, pivot view and graph view. and we can filter it according to last, okay, applicant, last 35 days applicant, according to start date. Okay, so, and we have done a separate video, detailed video for this recruitment management in Odoo 14. So you can check that video if you want to know more about it that is in detail. Okay, so after recruiting an employee, okay, can we have a separate module employees in order to view the created employees, that is manage employees, create contract for them. So if a new employee is recruited, it is possible to propose a contract, that is we can propose contract for the employee. So we'll be able to see the contracts here, and if the employee signed the contract, then he can be converted to employee. So you can see the created employees here. So here we can see the created employees, and we can see whether the employee is active, that is present or not, or if he's away, we can find that. And you can see in the scan when view few details like employee's name, job position, email ID, phone number, and you can see image. And we can filter this according to company department. Okay, then it is possible to configure job position from here also, and we can configure departments. So we can set department name, parent department, manager of the department, and we can see option for creating contract template. So we can define contract template here. So this template can be used when you are creating a new employee. That is when you are proposing contract for a newly recruited employee. Then here we can see plans, that is onboarding and offboarding plans can be uh, created here. So onboarding, it is plans are plans related when you are recruiting a new employee. So here we can add the plans required, that is we can create plans, activity plans like training can be provided to employee. So you can see the responsible person of each activity, plan training, set up IT materials for employee. So these are the so in this way we can add more onboarding plans. Then when a company, when an employee goes out of the company, or if he retires out of the company, retires from the company, we can also create activity plans, that is for offboarding. So here we can take back HR materials, compute out delays, clearing his payments, everything. So we can set responsible person for those activities. So this is how we plan for onboarding. That is, we can create onboarding and offboarding plans. Then we can manage badges. We can create badges, grant badges. So we can create challenges. So when an employee meets the challenge, we can grant badge for him, and we can see the goal history. So if you open badge, you can see the created badges. We can directly grant from here, and from here you can see the statistics of badge reward. Then we can set security rules, the conditions in order to grant badges. Then here we can, okay, so let me open contract. So this contract is very essential because in order to generate payslip or mark attendance of employee or mark leaves of employee, we have to create contract and it must be in running state. So when you open this, you can see this one is an employee's contract created. You can see employee name, department, company, salary structure type, starting date, ending date of contract, working schedule, and allowance and deductions given for the employee. So you can see some contract details of employee, which includes contract template, then salary information. So monthly advantages, employee cost, monthly benefit, yearly advantage, Then we can find information like related personal documents. We can attach personal documents, then attachment of salary. So most of the details are related to that is depends upon the localization that you install, the country that you set. Okay, so after creating contract, you can see the employees here. So when you open an employee form, so here we can find the name of the employee, position, job position, work details like work phone, email, mobile, company, department under which he or she is working, then manager of this employee, coach, then resume details like experience, education details, then skills and skill of the employee. Uh, and we have a separate module that manages the skills of employee, that is skill management module. So we have seen while that is from our app store, that module. Okay, then we can see tab in order to manage work information of the employee, that is location, approvers, that is who can approve the expense timesheet or time of this employee, then working schedule, planning. And it is also possible to see a hierarchy if uh, this employee have managers or subordinates. You can see hierarchy. Okay, I will open one employee and show that. So here if I open this, okay, so here for Michelle admin you can see the hierarchy. So chief executive officer, and you can see the different employees under this employee. And we have private information, that is private contract contact information, citizenship, marital status, emergency information, education and citizen, and then dependent and work permit information. And we have HR settings. So this here we provide the timesheet cost for the employee, attendance management. Here we can provide badge ID, generate badge, pin code. Then we can set status of the employee. The we can set related user, job position, then information related to fleet. Then we can attach personal documents for this employee. And it is also possible to launch plan, and we can see the present time, last seen time. You can see the contract if there are running contracts. We can see that if you click on this. So you can see one expired contract and one contract in new state. And we will be able to see the timesheet of the employee, then time of details, then documents that this employee have attached, then equipments related to the employee, then planning details. So we for planning also we have a separate module. We can see that, and time of also we have separate module. Oh, so when you come under more, you can see the last appraisal date of this employee, then pay slip generated for this employee, and total hours last month worked. Okay, and it is possible to directly create a request for appraisal for by this employee, that is appraisal in order to evaluate the performance, that is giving feedback of the company on his performance. Then we can also see employee directory, departments. Then, okay, departments, you can see the absent rate, can see the number of employees in each department. Then we have reporting for contracts. So you can see employee analysis. Then employee presence report. So you can mark as leave from here itself. Then yearly salary by head. So from here we can print the yearly salary by head, and you can see option to print yearly salary by employee. So you can set period, start date, end date, and here we can add employees and print the report. Okay, so these are the things that come under employees. So for employees also we have done a separate video, you can check that. Now let's open module that is planning. So here when you open planning, you can see schedule by employee. So here we can plan works. That is, we can add planning for each employee. So when you click on a particular date, click on this plus, you can add a shift for this employee. We can assign task from here and you can just save it. So you can save it and you can see that task is assigned for the employee from for some period on a particular date. So you can see this report on daily basis, week, monthly, yearly, and it's possible to copy previous week, and we can also send this schedule to some employees. And it's possible to add employees here. Just click on this add button. Then we can see the schedule by role and by project. And we can see here, we can configure roles for employees. So here we can see waiter, chef. So you can see different roles. We can create roles and we can assign for employees. And then here we can configure shift templates. So we have seen while when you're creating a schedule, you can see that is we have seen a different shift. So here we can configure shifts or create new shifts. So for chef, we can see start hour and total duration. Okay, so that's what planning module does. Then we have a module that is for recording timesheet of employees. So the time spent by employees on projects or tasks can be recorded using this module. So we can just click start in order to start the time. And here we can add the describe your activity, and here we can select the project on which the time is spent, and we can select the task for which this time is spent, and we can just click stop. So when you do that, you can see automatically that task is added here, and you can see the date at which the task is done. And same way, we can also manually add a line on your timesheet. So we can select a project, we can select task, assign to employee, we can see the date, time spent. Okay, time spent hours can be added here. Okay, I'm adding 2 hours. So you can see again that task is added. So we can view this timesheet on that is week wise and month wise also. And we have a list view, then Kanban view for this timesheet. So you can see the calendar here, total duration. So we can just click on play and we can stop it from here. And when you click on this, here we can find the compensatory days, the project, task, employee, time spent, and date. Then we can see the timesheet to validate last week, then last month. So from here we can validate the timesheet. Then we can see configuration settings. So when you go to configuration settings, you can see a lot more options like time encoding. We can track time from everywhere, even offline with our web or mobile application. Then we can see option for time billing. That is, we can create bill for the time spent on task. And we can set invoicing policy. That is, record time spent and invoice it based on all record timesheet or approved timesheet only. Then we can put control over timesheet by setting employee reminder, manager reminder. So we can send periodical email reminder to timesheet users. So we can set the frequency at which the email need to be sent. And for manager also, we can send that is periodical email reminder on timesheet managers. For that also, we can set frequency. It can be after end of week or end of month. Okay. Then we have reporting for our timesheet. So reporting can be done by employee, by project, then by task, then billing type. So we can see the billing type, that is project billing type. It can be based on timesheet, non-billable task, no task found. Like this way we can see different timesheet. So we have discussed about different billing types or different project types in a separate video, that is for in our project module. For project module we have done a separate video, you can check that. Then we can see timesheet or attendance. So we can see the report of timesheet attendance. So for these reports, it is possible to insert the report on spreadsheet. So you can just click on this and we can insert on spreadsheet. So you can manage the timesheet. Okay, so that's how we manage, that is timesheet of employees. Then here comes the main part, that is attendance management. So we can, using this attendance module, we can manage the attendance of employee. So Odoo has an exclusive attendance module which comes with as a part of HRMS. So this module helps an employee to register their check-in and check-out time efficiently. So when an employee clicks on this click to check-in, I can see the check-in time and we can click OK, and then after working, can just click on checkout and say goodbye. So you can record the check-in and check-out time of the employee. So with Odoo, company can choose manual attendance management or biometric management of attendance. So here we can see an option kiosk mode. So from here, using a badge, we can scan the badge and mark the attendance. So it is possible to create badge ID from your employees module under HR settings. You can generate badge, and it is also possible to provide PIN code there. It is a 4-digit code. So when you enable that option for an employee, and when you click identify manually, and when you select that employee, you have to provide the PIN for the employee in order to mark the attendance. So if you don't provide a PIN, if you haven't set the PIN for the employee, then no issue. Directly we can mark the attendance. Okay. Then here manager can see he can manage the attendance of employees. You can see attendances. Check-in time, check-out time, work hours can be managed. Manually can create attendance. Manager can create attendance, and it's also possible to manage employees of the company. Then if you go to configuration, you can find more options. Employee PIN. So it is already enabled. So after enabling this only, we can use PIN codes check-in in kiosk mode. Okay, then we have reporting, that is attendance analysis. For attendance also, we have done a separate video. You can check that. Okay, so this is how we manage attendance of employee. Then comes the module referral. So when you search for referrals, you can see the module. So an employee, this employees of a company can refer uh, or share job positions that are open at your workplace. So one can easily, that is, employees can easily refer their friends using this in this module. So you can see the onboarding the panel. So here you can see information that you need to know about open job position. So one can they will choose the perfect job position for your friend and share them through email or social networks. So you can see the details in onboarding. So you can click next and we can just click on start now. And from here we can select an avatar for your friend. Okay, so when you refer a friend, you will get some point and your level will increase. So you can see total mark and you can see the total that is to spend. And we can see number of referrals and number of ongoing and one successful, you can see here. And it is possible to view jobs and also we can email a friend or we can view the rewards. So when you go to configuration, you can see the rewards one by employee. You can see the mug Amazon vouchers, total cost of that. Then awarded employees, you can see the company, we can create new rewards and we can see levels, then number of friends, you can see the friends here, then alerts that can be created. So we can create alerts, we can set date and send alert, and we can see option for configuring or changing the configuration of onboarding. So here we can add text that can be included in your onboarding panel. Okay, so you can just email a friend from here. We can just click on view jobs, you can click the jobs. So from here we can refer friend, we can share it through social networks. So you can see the total points earned here. So we can just click on refer friend and can send mail to the friend. Then we can see the reporting, that is employees referral analysis. So we can compare with previous period or previous year. So for this, we don't not only have dashboard view but also pivot view and graph view. So for this referral also in detail, we have done a different video. You can check that. Then comes expense management module. So this allows employees to submit their expenses. So managers can review the expenses and accept or reject these expenses. So manager can also examine the bills and take decisions based on this. So this is directly connected to accounts, and on getting approval, the expense report will be transferred to the accounts who will in turn make the payments and post expense. So we can see my expenses to report, can create expenses report, upload, export from here, and we can see the number of total amount to report under validation to be reimbursed. And here we can see my expenses, all my expenses, my reports, then expense reports to approve, post, pay, and all reports. Then we can configure expense product, and we have expense analysis. So we can see all the expense of employees, subtotal as unit price, count, and we can filter it according to expenses, my team, to report, refuse expenses. We can group it according to employee, product, analytic account, status. And for this, we also have pivot view, list view, and Kanban view. So it is also possible to create re-invoice for expenses. So for expense also we have done a different video, can check that. Then comes the main two modules, that is payroll and time off. So first let's take the case, open our time off module. So this is used for leave management of employees in our company. So the salary payment and all other activities of an organization are related to leave management. So if there is no proper system to manage leave, it can affect the functioning of the organization. So Odoo with the time of module helps the business to manage the leaves of employees efficiently. It helps the employees to mark the leave and send it for approval. So managers can view the leave of employees in a single window and can decide on leave application. So manager can approve or reject the application and review the leave statistics of employees. So you can see this is the dashboard of to view the time of the user, and you can view the allocations from here. You can see annual time off allocation, compensatory days, sick time off, can see remaining, total taken and remaining out of the allocated. So here we can see, he can see the my time of request, my allocation request, and can configure time of type from here, that is leave types can be configured. Then can view all time off. So this the Gantt view, and for this we also have calendar view. Then you can also see the, that is manager can also manage all time off from here, so which can be filtered according to that is by all time off to approved and need second approval. Then can also see all the allocations. Then we also have reporting pay by employee, that is time off by employee and by type. So for this time of also we have done a separate video. So please check that to know more about time off leave management in Odoo detail. So after time off, we have another main module, that is payroll management. So we have to install some modules related to payroll, like payroll configurator. So you can see that thing here, which is new in Odoo 14, that is salary package configurator. So this program allows the employees of a company to choose what their salary package will consist of. That is depending upon their situation or priorities. Different employees will be interested in different benefits. So so you can choose only benefits that you want while keeping the employee cost at the same level. So this is integrated with not only payroll but employee recruitment and fleets application. Okay, so here under configuration, you can also see a lot more options, like we can create work entry types, it can be attendance, time off. Then we can create salary structure type, salary structures. So these things are really essential because we can define rules from here, and we can set rules on structures. Uh, and we can use this in order to generate payslip, and we can define rule parameters, other input types. Okay. Okay, before generating a payslip, one important thing is that for employees, we have to create contract and it must be in running state. And after that, we can generate payslip from here. So you can see payslips to pay all payslips, and we can generate payslips as batches. So you can create payslip as batches. We can generate for multiple employees. So here it is possible to create payslip directly from here, and we can add the employee period and we can compute sheet and then generate payslip and confirm it. Okay, so after creating, and make sure that before generating payslip, we have to make sure that there are no work entry conflicts. After validating the work entry only, we can generate payslip. Okay. Now here, after that, after generating payslip, you can see an option in order to create payment advices. So actual transfer of amount to employees account. So here we can add the employees, and you can compute advice. You can see a button to compute advice, and automatically we'll be able to see the salary that we have to transfer to the employee's account, and we can confirm the payment advice. So we can send the report as a notification to manager. So that's how we manage payroll. So this one is really important module in order to generate payslip for employees. So now we have other modules, that is employees appraisal and survey module. So, employees' appraisal management is a key part of human resource management. Timely performance evaluation of employees ensures better performance of employees as well as supports best employee or employer relationship. So, it offers supports to set appraisal goals and complete appraisals in few steps. So, here we can find our appraisal module. So, when you open this, you can see the appraisals created, you can see the scheduled interviews, we can see the appraisals cancelled, done, and we can filter according to company, department. So here under configuration, we can manage employees, create appraisal plans, then we can create evaluation scale in order to evaluate. That is, we can uh, give some suggestion that needs improvement or meets expectations. Then we can see the goals of employees. So we can see the percentage, that is the progress of the goal can be seen, and we can see the done goals here. So more goals can be created also. And after that, here we can create appraisal form. So we can see option to add the employee name, manager name. Then we can see the employee feedback or manager feedback. Then directly from here also we can see or manage the employees goals. And if you have installed a survey for appraisal, that is when you go to app store and you close apps and search for survey, you can find a module for appraisal survey, that is 360 feedback. So this one have to be installed, or you can enable it from the appraisal module settings, and we can also install this survey module from here. So after that, you can see option for asking feedback. So when you click on ask feedback, it is possible to send set a survey template and send the survey form, that is can be appraisal survey form, to employees, so they can add their feedbacks and mark the, that is add the performance level. So here we can see the feedback template for employee feedback and both manager feedback. So just go to settings, you'll be able to see that template from the settings. So you can see appraisal plans is already enabled, 360 feedback is enabled, and you can see the feedback templates from here. Okay, so survey module is really important. That module is integrated with this appraisal module. So when you search for survey, you can see that module here. So it is possible to create survey forms. It can be, these survey forms can be used to create appraisal form and quiz form, then normal feedback or interview forms can be created using the survey. So we can move it to progress, then we can close the survey form, and we can view the participation of, that the survey participation can be viewed. Okay, so if I will open one survey and show, it is possible to share a survey. So when you click on this, you can directly share to employees from here, or we can copy the URL from here. So this can be used in your appraisal. So these modules are really integrated, that is have big connection. Okay, so when you just go to apps, I'm going to close this, and here we can see all the modules related with HR management. So it is also possible, can see here a module that is SCPA direct debit to collect payments from your customers to SCPA direct debit account. And we can see a module that is HR recruitment interview forms. So this one, that is can create interview forms using this, manage interview forms using this module. And we can see module for skills e-learning, then certification, then can see a lot more options that is related to other localizations. So you can install that if you require. And we can see a module is online jobs. So this is integrated with many modules. Okay, so we have seen all the modules coming under HR management. So that's all about human resource management in Odoo 14. And thanks for watching. If you're interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to odoo@cybrosys.com.